Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, we bring you boys varsity soccer as your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Steinert Spartans. In goal for Lawrence, we've got Chase Rodeville, and at the other end of the field, in goal for Steinert, Joshua Ortega. Steinert drops the ball back. Now they'll pass it up the middle, moving it over towards the far side of the field and playing it up the sideline. Now advancing the ball and back over towards the sideline. Steinert trying to angle it in towards the Lawrence goal. Lawrence gets it away. And Lawrence will send it the other direction on the sideline. And that will go down into the corner and out of bounds. There's a throw in for Steinert. Steinert will play it back and roll it forward. That's going to be tipped away by Meisel. Meisel plays it over to Silver. That one's popped up in the air. It's going to go out of bounds on Lawrence. It would be a goal kick for Steinert. Steinert sends the ball over to the far side of the field. Now trying to work it up the sideline and get it past Lawrence, which so far they're doing. Steinert plays it over to the middle, and now a shot over towards the far side of the field. Both teams giving chase. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence throw-in. I'm sorry, Lawrence goal kick. There's Rodeville with the kick. Header by Steinert, and they'll settle the ball. Now, big kick up the middle. That was kicked out by Lawrence. Steinert comes up with the ball. Cleared by Lawrence. No one there. Steinert will settle it. And Lawrence kicks it back, but right to Steinert. Now Steinert plays it over towards the near side of the field. That was going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence throw-in. Lawrence with the throw. Silver pushes it to center. It's right back over to Adamski. Now ball crossed back to center. And kicked up the far side. Turned over to Steinert. Now Steinert clears the ball. Heavy pressure on Steinert. They'll move the ball over to the near side of the field. Pass to center. That'll be picked up by Lawrence. Lawrence plays it over towards the far side of the field. Now Sargent sends it up the line. Meisel keeps it inbound. The cross goes right to Steinert. Steinert will play it over toward the near side of the field. Now across to center. Both teams fighting for possession of the ball. And Lawrence will send it down the field. Ortega boots it out. Steinert plays it in towards center. Tipped away by Lawrence. Mashcat will send it forward. That was kicked out of bounds. No, it didn't quite go out of bounds. Kept in bounds by Lawrence. Ball picked up by Steinert. Now Steinert sends it up the middle. They'll drop it back. And a little further back. Steinert with a big kick up towards the far corner, or the near corner. That was going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence goal kick. Rodeville setting up for the kick. And there's a big kick by Rodeville. That puts it out to midfield. Lawrence comes up with the ball. It's taken away by Steinert. Steinert will send it the other direction. And kick it right to Lawrence. Lawrence will pass inside, back out. Now all the way over towards the middle. Lawrence will drop it back and now send it over to the far side of the field. Lawrence advancing on the Steinert goal. Steinert will take that away. And big kick by Steinert gets past the defense. And they'll play it back to Rodeville. Rodeville boots it out. And Lawrence comes away with the ball. Lawrence on the far side of the field. Turned over to Steinert. Steinert plays it back. Taken away by Lawrence. And shot on goal by Meisel. That one is not going to go in. Good effort. That'll bring up a goal kick.
Ball's got to stop. You can't just like roll it. It's just like a free kick.
Steinert setting up for the goal kick. There's the kick. Steinert will play across the field. Now kick up the line. Steinert plays it inside. And Rodeville will scoop that one up. Rodeville throws the ball over towards the near side of the field, over to Adamski. Adamski gives it a good boot up toward the middle, headed the other direction by Steinert. Steinert working the outside of the field. Now back to center. They'll drop it back and play it over to the near side of the field. Steinert up the near sideline. Adamski plays that one back to Silver. Silver sends it over toward the middle. And Steinert comes up with it. Cross to center. That's rejected. Steinert recovers the ball. Big cross in towards the goal, headed out by Lawrence. And now it's Lawrence coming down the far sideline. It's going to be a throw-in for Steinert. There's a throw. Lawrence trying to take it away. Steinert gets it. They'll send it up the middle. Back over towards the side. That's picked off by Lawrence. Now it's Lawrence on the far sideline. Trying to get the cross. In it comes. Shot on goal is just a little high. That will go out of bounds on Lawrence. That'll bring up a goal kick for Steinert. See one of the ball boys who's helping out today. Now Steinert coming up the middle. That's tipped away. Steinert maintains control until now when it's turned over to Lawrence. Lawrence sends it up the middle to Meisel. Meisel pops it up in the air. Shot towards goal is stopped. And now it's Steinert headed the other direction with the ball. Steinert passes it inside. Cleared by Lawrence. Steinert passes it inside. Now over towards the near side of the field. Shot towards the goal. He's going to go high and wide. That'll be a goal kick for Lawrence. Meisel setting up for the kick. And we've got some substitutions coming in. Substitutions for both teams. Now Rodeville setting up for the kick. He'll boot it right up the middle. That bounces over people. Finally, Steinert gets a foot on it. Steinert sends it up towards the near corner of the field. Cross is kicked out of bounds by Lawrence. That'll be a throw-in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw-in. Nice wall pass there, and it'll be kicked out of bounds by Lawrence once more. Another throw-in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw. And out of bounds on Steinert this time. That'll be a throw-in for Lawrence. Adamski with the throw-in. Over to Silver. Silver tries to head it further up the line. It's going to be picked up by Steinert. Lawrence heads it away. And Meisel moving in towards center. He'll pass that one off. Lawrence plays it over to the far side of the field. Back. Now Majka will drop it back. Now on the near side of the field, Lawrence advancing. Adamski passes over to Silver. Steinert will take that one away. And a big kick towards the sideline by Steinert. That's going to be a throw-in for Lawrence. Hone with the throw-in. No, I'm sorry, he was just throwing it forward to where it needed to be thrown in. That will be Adamski with the throw-in. We'll hold things up for substitutions. And now Adamski with the throw-in. Headed over towards Meisel. Meisel pops it over to Apprecio. Steinert's going to get control of it. Now kicked up the middle by Steinert. Lawrence sends it back. That one's going to head across the sideline for a Lawrence throw-in. I'm sorry, a Steinert throw-in. There's the throw by Steinert. Kicked out of bounds. That's going to be Steinert ball. Waiting to see who's going to play it for Steinert. There it comes in. Headed out. That's going to be a Lawrence ball. I believe there's an offsides call there. Rodeville setting up to take the kick. There's a kick by Rodeville. Lawrence will send the ball farther into Steinert's zone. That one will go out of bounds. Going to bring up a goal kick for Steinert. Lawrence, oh, that didn't work, and it's going to be turned over to Steinert. I believe that was another offsides call. Ortega setting up for the kick. Here's a kick by Ortega. Sent right back by Lawrence. Steinert gets a foot on it. And Aparicio comes in and takes it away. Noyola tries to move it through the center. It's cleared by Steinert. Steinert kick goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Lawrence. Now Adamski with the throw-in. That goes right through. That'll be a goal kick for Steinert. Steinert with the kick. Going to be over towards the far side of the field. Steinert drops it back, and now a big kick up towards the middle of the field, headed back by Lawrence. Settled by Lawrence, but turned over to Steinert. Steinert's going to drop it back. Now pass over towards the sideline. That is rejected by Lawrence. Steinert gets the ball. That kick is stopped by Lawrence, and Lawrence will clear it. Noyola trying to make something happen over there. He'll drop it back. Kick forward by Lawrence is headed the other direction and kicked right back. This one's going to bounce right over to Ortega, who will come out of the goal and kick it the other direction. Kicked right back in by Lawrence. Up in the air. That header by Steinert went over towards the goal, but out of bounds. It's going to bring up a corner kick by Lawrence. In it comes. And out it goes. Lawrence setting up once more for the corner. In comes the ball. That'll be headed out by Steinert. Kicked right back in by Lawrence. Settled by Lawrence. That shot is deflected, and Ortega will scoop it up. Ortega sends it over toward the far corner. Now Steinert sends it forward. It's tipped away by Lawrence. Cleared by Steinert. It's going to bounce over towards the sideline and out of bounds. By the way, if you're new to watching the games here at Cardinal Field, there's lots of lines. The sideline in this case is the yellow line. The orange and blue lines right in front of us don't mean a thing for this game. Now Adamski with the throw in. Ball's going to be kicked way up the field by Steinert. Foot race to see who can get to it first. And it'll be Lawrence kicking it out of bounds. That'll give chance for Lawrence to fall back on defense. And give Steinert a throw in. Steinert with a short throw. Now here's the cross. That was kicked out by Lawrence. And Lawrence will send it toward the center, stopped by Steinert. Steinert plays it down into the far corner. Here's a cross. That was going to go over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Lawrence. More substitutions as Chase Rodeville sets up for the goal kick. There's the go-ahead, and Rodeville will make the kick. And it's a big kick up the middle of the field. Header by Steinert. It'll be settled by Noyola. He'll pass it over to the side. Now, fancy footwork there by Cuevas. It's kicked out of bounds by Steinert. It'll be a throw-in for Lawrence. And once again, Adamski will be taking the throw. There's the throw. Noyola passes it inside. Silver sends it over to the far side of the field. Now, shot towards the goal. And that one's not going to find the net. More substitutions taking place. Get some fresh legs in the game. There's a whistle for the resumption of play. There's the kick. Out towards the far side of the field, headed up into the air by Steinert. Now Steinert boots it over towards the Lawrence goal. Nobody gets a head on it there, and it'll be Lawrence coming away with the ball. Cuevas sends it back, and Hone will kick it out. Steinert comes away with the ball. Now it'll be cleared by Lawrence. Header by Steinert. And Aparicio brings it down, but Steinert comes away with it. Lawrence takes it back over to Aparicio. That one's kicked away, and Steinert regains control. Cuevas takes that away. Now Lawrence plays it over towards the near sideline. Lawrence will drop it back. That goes out of bounds. It's last touch by Steinert. Lawrence throw in. There's a throw by Adamski. Stopped by Steinert. Steinert with a cross to center. Kicked the other direction by Lawrence. Header from Steinert. And tipped away by Lawrence. Lawrence comes away with the ball. Lawrence will kick it along the sideline. And that will go out of bounds. More substitutions taking place. And it's going to be a throw-in for Steinert. Now Steinert with the throw-in. It's going to be played over towards center. Lawrence gets a foot on it. Tipped away by Steinert. Now Steinert will send it outside. Kick the other direction by Lawrence. And Steinert comes up with it. Big kick by Steinert. Settled by Steinert. And a pass into the corner. Now Steinert with the cross. That'll be kicked out by Lawrence. Steinert comes up with the ball. Cleared by Lawrence. No one there but Steinert. And they'll send it the other direction. Lawrence kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a Steinert throw-in. Here's the throw-in for Steinert. Taken away by Lawrence. Steinert will recover the ball. And the header towards the goal doesn't matter. He was offsides. That'll bring up a free kick for Lawrence. And it's a short kick from Lawrence. Silver comes up with it. Pushing it over towards this side of the field. Steinert will play it back. Now the cross is tipped away for a moment by Lawrence, but recovered by Steinert. Steinert back to the near sideline. That kick is going to head down, probably out of bounds. Yep, that's going over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Lawrence. Rodeville will set up for the kick. Here's Rodeville with the kick. Header by Steinert. And Lawrence sends it over towards the sideline. Now further up the field, might as well give him chase. And Steinert's going to clear that one. Lawrence gets it. And that call is going to go against Steinert. It'll be a free kick for Lawrence. Looks like Majcut will be taking the kick. There's the kick. Header towards the goal. Oh, nice attempt by Lawrence on that one. Just didn't quite find the net. Ortega's going to kick it out. Tipped away by Lawrence. Steinert recovers. Steinert's going to play it back. Now working up the far sideline. Big kick up the line. Lawrence sends it back. Now Lawrence comes up with the ball. He'll kick it way down the field. And that will go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Lawrence. Adamski heading over there to do the throw. Adamski's got the throw-in range to put it right in front of the goal, so a good scoring opportunity for Lawrence. Headed out by Steinert. Lawrence recovers the ball. There's the cross. It's stopped by Steinert. Steinert will send it the other direction. Now boot over towards center, and it's a loose ball. Everyone giving chase. It looks like Adamski is going to get there first. He'll pass it into Matchcut. Matchcut sends it over to the corner, to the side. That was going to go out of bounds on Lawrence. It'll be a Steinert throw-in. Steinert with the throw. Headed inside by Lawrence. And Collins working his way down the field with the ball. He'll pass it forward. That didn't work out, and it's going to be Steinert ball. Steinert working the near sideline. They'll stop and think about dropping it back. Now moving towards center. They'll drop it back some more. Dropping it even further back. All the way back to Ortega, who kicks it right back out. Now Steinert over by the near sideline. Lawrence comes up with it. Pass inside to Meisel. Shot towards the goal. And that one's going to be denied. Substitutions taking place. Now Ortega with the kick. He'll pass it over toward the sidelines. Stopped by Lawrence and sent in towards the center. Lawrence working the ball around. Now kick right to Steinert. Headed back by Lawrence. And that's going to roll right into the arms of Ortega. Ortega with a big kick. Lawrence will send it forward. No one there. Steinert comes up with it. Played over towards the sideline. Back in towards center. All the way into the middle. Now Steinert sends it over towards the far corner. Cross is blocked by Lawrence. It's going to roll out of bounds. No, it didn't go out of bounds, did it? Now it's out of bounds. Steinert throwing. Steinert with a short throw. Played forward. Stopped by Lawrence. Lawrence will kick it forward. And that'll be played off to Ortega. Ortega sends it over towards the near side. Steinert will move it forward, back over towards the near sideline, and kicked well up the field. Steinert settles the ball, going in looking for a goal. They'll pass it over to the near corner. Now pass inside. That's going to be taken away by Lawrence. Lawrence will keep it in bounds. Well, they didn't keep it in bounds. A nice attempt. There's the throw from Steinert. Played in towards the middle. And Lawrence will kick it out towards the sideline. Nice play there by Temple. I'm sorry, Bose. It was Bose. It's kicked well down the field. Lawrence right there to stop it. And that ball just about turned over. Lawrence recovered it. Now it's turned over to Steinert. Recovered by Lawrence. Shot towards the goal. No goal. It's going to be a corner kick for Lawrence as Sam Bose runs over there to do the kick.
Hey guys,
Here's the kick from Bose. Comes all the way through. Kravis puts it over towards the goal. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Steinert. Steinert setting up for the goal kick. There's the kick. Oh, that one gets past Adamski. Steinert on the attack. They'll send it in, and Chase Rodeville goes over there and scoops it up. Rodeville with a kick up the center. Headed further up the line. Now Steinert will attempt to get to it. Lawrence still maintaining control. Now Steinert gets the ball. They'll play it back. And we're going to hold up play for a moment. You're watching Varsity Boys Soccer, Lawrence versus Steinert here on LTPS TV.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
A drop ball will decide possession. There's the ball. It's kicked by Steinert. And out of bounds. I believe that was last touch by Lawrence. It'll be Steinert throw in. There's a throw by Steinert. Headed the other direction by Lawrence. Loose ball is going to be kicked away by Lawrence. Fielded by Steinert. Steinert's going to cross it towards center and now send it over towards the other side of the field. Steinert heading in towards the center. And that call is going to go against Lawrence. It's going to be a free kick for Steinert. Lawrence setting up a wall. Referees making sure they're the appropriate distance from the kicker. A little strategy discussion there among the Steinert players near the wall. Steinert with the kick. And Rodaville grabs that one. Rodaville kicks it out. And that's settled by Lawrence. That's going to go out of bounds on Lawrence. It'll be a Steinert ball. Steinert with the throw in, tipped away by Lawrence. And Lawrence will come up with it. Lawrence passes it to the other side of the field. Oh, big kick towards the goal, deflected by Steinert. Steinert's going to clear it. Lawrence sends it back the other direction. Still in bounds, but there's the buzzer for the end of the first half of play. So after one half of play, Lawrence Cardinals and Steinert Spartans tied at 0 apiece. Stay tuned for the second half of this game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Welcome to the second half of the boys varsity soccer game. Your Lawrence Cardinals taking on the Steinert Spartans. Steinert pops the ball up in the air with a couple head balls. Lawrence will settle it. There's a pass inside by Collins. And shot on goal by Lawrence is going to go just wide. I believe that was Meisel who took the shot. It's going to bring up a goal kick for Steinert. Steinert with the kick. That one drops right in the middle, and Steinert's going to drop it back and send it towards the Lawrence goal. Rodaville comes up with it. Rodaville looking for someone to pass to. He decides to just boot it out there. Headed forward. And Steinert comes away with the ball. Now Steinert in the near corner. And Hone clears that one. Steinert brings it right back in. There's a pass inside. Play broken up by Hone. Cleared by Magicut. Steinert right back with the ball. And that one gets sent even further down the field. Steinert in control. Steinert over to the sideline. Just barely kept that one in bounds. And now it's Lawrence going on the attack. Noyola sends it into the middle. And Steinert's going to grab that one. That's Billy Meltzer in goal now for Steinert. We had a goal change during halftime. Now Steinert on the attack, shot on goal. That one's going to go just wide of the goal and bring up a goal kick for Lawrence. Chase Rodaville will chase the ball down and set up for the goal kick. There's the kick. It's going to head over towards the left side of the field. And it'll be out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Steinert. I'm sorry, it won't be a throw in. It's going to be a free kick for Steinert. Referee going over to have a quick discussion. Now we'll set up and try for that free kick for Steinert. Still waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. There it is, and now here comes the kick. And a big kick it is, right into Rodaville's arms. Rodaville throws it over towards the left side of the field. Now Lawrence will play it forward on the sideline. That one goes all the way down towards the corner. Sent back out. And now Steinert will pop it even further out. Lawrence there to send it the other direction. Cross to center is stopped by Steinert. Steinert sends it over towards the right side of the field. Now back in towards the middle of the field. Stopped by Lawrence. Lawrence will pass it in. And now pass up toward the far corner. That one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Steinert throw in. Aiden Gardner will be doing the throw in for Steinert. Big kick up the field by Gardner. Joe Doyne rushing down there to try and stop it from going into play, and that'll be tapped out of bounds by Steinert, bringing up a goal kick for Lawrence. Once again, Chase Rodeville setting up for the kick. There's the kick. That one sails well down the field. Picked up by Steinert. That one got all the way down to Meltzer. Meltzer sends the ball out. Headed back in by Lawrence. Back out by Steinert and back in by Lawrence. Back and forth it goes. And a little missed play there by Lawrence. That's going to be a penalty and a free kick for Steinert.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Steinert getting ready for the free kick. Now pass it over towards the left sideline. Now pass down the line. Steinert trying to work their way in towards the Lawrence goal. And Lawrence gets the ball. It's going to be Chase Rodeville bring it out. And he'll pass it over towards the near side to Sargent. Sargent plays it forward. Once again, played forward. This time, Steinert's going to get a hold of it. And Steinert sends it forward. And in towards center. Steinert looking for a shot, couldn't find one. Now back over towards the near corner. And I believe we got an offsides call there. Rodeville will set up for the free kick after that offsides call. Here's a kick by Rodeville, right up the middle. It's headed the other direction by Steinert. Now Steinert plays the ball across the field. Back to center. I'll drop it back a little bit. And Lawrence comes away with it. Meisel over toward the sideline. That was going to roll out of bounds on Lawrence. It's going to be a Steinert ball. Now Steinert with a short throw in. They'll try and work it over towards the middle of the field. They get through the Lawrence defense, but Hoon's there to stop them, and that's called out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Lawrence. Chase Rodeville setting up for the goal kick. There's the kick from Rodeville over toward the sideline. Headed up in the air by Lawrence. Looks like it's going to be settled by Steinert. Steinert plays it forward. Lawrence with the stop. Now Steinert pops the ball over, actually back and up in the air. It'll be played off by Lawrence. Now Sargent with the ball. Sargent plays it down into the corner. Ball played inside. Apprecio can't get to it in time. Now Lawrence recovers. They'll pass it inside. And shot by Collins up in the air, and that one's going to be fielded by Billy Meltzer. Meltzer throws the ball right out. And now it's Steinert on the attack. They'll play it forward. The chip inside is deflected by Lawrence. Steinert recovers and passes towards center. Tipped away by Lawrence, and now Adamski going up the middle with the ball. He'll pass it forward to Apprecio. Apprecio plays it over towards the corner. Noyola with a cross, and that one's going to be grabbed by Billy Meltzer. Meltzer rolls the ball out. Sargent comes up with it. He's got pressure there from Steinert. Steinert plays the ball back. And now kicked over towards center. Stopped by Collins. Collins will try and cross it. That's picked off by Steinert. And Adamski sends it well up into the corner. Elvis Cuerva over there in the corner with the ball. He'll try and work it in. That gets taken away by Steinert. And Steinert now moving the ball around quite nicely. That's turned over to Sargent. Sargent looking for someone to pass to. He'll send it over towards the corner, but that's going to go out of bounds before anyone can get to it. It'll be a Steinert throw-in. We'll hold up for a moment for substitutions. See Sam Bowes going into the game for Lawrence. Now Steinert with the throw-in. Now cross it to center. That's tipped away by Lawrence. Lawrence sends it over to the corner. Now angling in towards the goal, shot on goal. And that one's going to go wide of the goal and out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Steinert. Oh, I'm sorry, that one's over the sideline. That's going to be a throw-in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw-in. It's out of bounds. Oh, kept in. Steinert pops it way up in the air. And finally clears it. Sargent sends it over towards the far side of the field. That was going to roll out of bounds on Lawrence. It'll be Steinert ball. Steinert with the throw-in. There's a cross. Ball headed back towards the right side of the field. Sargent drills it up the middle. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by Steinert for a Lawrence throw-in. Sargent with the throw-in. Down to Meisel. It's taken away by Steinert. Steinert moves it over to center. Now kicked up the middle of the field. That was stopped by Adamski. Adamski plays it back over towards the right side of the field. And now Cuervas pushes it forward to Meisel. Meisel back to Cuervas. Cuervas with a shot on goal. That one bounces out. Meisel with a shot towards the goal, and this time, Adamski now with a shot. Well, Cardinals definitely going after that goal. Adamski's shot's just a little high, and that's going to bring up a goal kick for Steinert. Billy Meltzer setting up to do the kick himself. Here's the kick. Popped up in the air by Lawrence. Another header by Steinert. Finally, Sargent, no, I'm sorry, not Sargent. Yeah, Sargent gets the ball. Sargent plays it over. It's going to go out of bounds on Steinert. Cuervis with the throw in. Sargent pushes it over towards the middle of the field. That's stopped by Steinert. Intercepted by Cuervis. Cuervis over to Aparicio. And now Mashcut sends it over into the corner. Cleared by Steinert. And now it's Steinert going on the attack. Steinert with the cross. Work it over a little further, and that was going to be taken away by Cuervis. Cuervis pushes it over to Meisel. Meisel streaking down towards the corner with the ball. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by Steinert. It'll be a Lawrence throw in. Meisel with the throw. It's going to be cleared by Steinert. Sent right in towards the goal by Joe Doyne. Popped up in the air. And Steinert able to get a foot on it. Now they'll send it over further. Lawrence sends it right back. That's going to go out of bounds. I believe that's going to be called against Lawrence. A Steinert throw in. Going to hold things up for a moment while we do substitutions. Waiting for the go-ahead from the referee. There's the throw in. That's a deep throw into the far corner. Popped up in the air. That one's going to drift out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw. Lawrence goes after it. And towards the middle of the field. Meisel's going to settle it and try to move up the field. Steinert takes it away. Now Steinert moves it over towards the middle of the field. Steinert with a pass to the far side of the field. They'll play it forward. And that one's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a Lawrence ball. Rodeville setting up for the goal kick. Here's the go-ahead for Rodeville to make the kick, which he does. Out towards midfield. Popped up in the air by Collins. Now Cuervis with trying to get control of the ball. That one's tipped away by Steinert. Sent over to the far side of the field. Steinert will cross it back in towards the center. Now into the middle of the field. Played forward. Doesn't get very far before Lawrence sends it the other direction. That'll be settled by Steinert. Steinert getting through the defense. Looking for the cross. Here's a cross. Nice stop by Lawrence. And Majka will send that one down the field. Now, Steinert once again with the ball. Looking for a pass. There's one across the field. That's going to be stopped by Chase Rodeville. Rodeville boots it out. Headed up in the air by Steinert. Steinert sends it the other direction. Collins pops it forward. No one there. Now Steinert moves the ball back away from their 18. Steinert still caught in the backfield here. They'll move it over towards the center of the field. Now moving up the field towards the Lawrence goal. Comes up the middle. And Rodeville will roll that one over to Sargent. Sargent with a big kick up the field. That's going to go right to Steinert. Now, ball settled by Magicka, who moves it over to Cuervis. Cuervis tries to play it forward, but we're going to get an offsides call. It's going to bring up a free kick for Steinert. Steinert plays it forward. Now working the near sideline. Steinert moves it back over towards center, back towards this side again, and back out towards the middle. That'll be cleared by Hone. That bounces out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw-in. And across. Now Steinert settles the ball. Looking for a shot. Can't get one off. Ball's going to be played back to Rodeville, and Rodeville will boot it out of there. Nicely settled by Steinert. Collins comes up with it. He'll pass it over to Cuervis. Steinert comes up with the ball. And that one's going to head toward parts unknown down there. Meltzer comes out, sends the ball over towards one of his defensive players, who clears it. And now it's Steinert on the attack. Stopped by Rodeville. So that's going to bring up a corner kick for Steinert. Nelson Guerrera heading over to take the corner kick for Steinert. Waiting for the go-ahead. There's the whistle, and there's the kick from Guerrera over towards goal. That was going to go out of bounds on the other side of the goal, bringing up another corner kick. Guerrera heads over to the other corner. He'll try and send that one in and set up a scoring opportunity for Steinert. There's the kick. And Rodeville will grab that one. Rodeville holds on to it and gives his players a chance to move down the field. Now he'll boot it forward. Lawrence comes up with it. Pass inside. Now over towards right side of the field. Back inside again. Played forward. And that will go over the end line. Last touch by Steinert, I believe. That should bring up a corner kick for Lawrence. Now Lawrence setting up for the corner kick. And it's a short kick into Silver. Silver with a shot on goal. That one's going to be just a little high. We'll go over the goal and set up a corner kick for Steinert. Meltzer setting up for the kick. And Meltzer will do a short kick. Sutter was right there trying to take that one away. Now Joe Doyne skies it. That's going to bounce out of bounds and bring in a throw in for Steinert. Waiting for our substitutions. Now Steinert with the throw. Collins ties him up. Steinert will drop it back. Now played inside and kicked out of bounds. I believe that was last touched by. No, that was last touched by Lawrence. It's going to be a Steinert throw-in. There's the throw. Steinert moves it over toward the far side of the field. Going in towards the goal. And that's going to be out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Steinert. Nelson Guerrera heading over to do the kicking duties for Steinert. There's the kick. And that one arcs out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Lawrence. Chase Rodeville setting up the kick. There's the kick. Headed by Steinert. Steinert will settle it and play it back. Now, big kick to center. Sargent got a head on it, and that's going to roll across the end line, bringing up another corner kick for Steinert. Guerrera heading over to this corner this time to make another corner kick. Here's the kick. That one's headed away, and it's going to be picked up by Steinert. Steinert sends the ball back towards the goal. And they go towards the goal. No goal. It's going to be a goal kick for Lawrence. Rodeville setting up for the kick. There's the go-ahead from the referee, and the kick. Headed up in the air by Steinert. Steinert will play it back, and now over to center. Finally pops it forward where Lawrence is waiting for it. Hone gets a head on it and blocks a kick. Steinert recovers the ball. They'll push it through. Sargent there to kick it away. Steinert recovers. And Steinert plays it towards the outside line. Back in. And kick in, and it's a goal for Steinert. Salvatore Famularo finds the back of the net to give the Steinert Spartans a 1-0 lead over the Lawrence Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
There's about 12.5 minutes left on the clock for Lawrence to get back and tie it up and take the lead in this game. They'll start by sending the ball deep. Send over towards the sideline. Steinert in possession. They'll boot it forward. Doesn't get very far. Now they'll drop it back and try sending it up the sideline. This one gets a little further, but it's going to bounce out of bounds, turning it over to Lawrence. Sargent with the throw in. Adamski plays it forward there. It's tipped away now by Steinert. Steinert's going to send it up towards the middle of the field. Lawrence settles it. Now Lawrence sends it over to the far side of the field. That one gets away and Steinert takes possession. Steinert tries to play it back to the other side of the field. They'll drop it back. And Lawrence will take it away. Steinert takes it back. They'll drop it back and play it over towards the near side of the field. Now moving it inside. That one gets away. And Lawrence will play it down into the corner, but it'll go out of bounds. Steinert ball. Steinert setting up for the throw in. There's the throw. Steinert plays it in towards the middle, back out again. And it'll be kicked out of bounds. Well, the referee's saying that was a Steinert ball. Here's the throw from Steinert. Steinert centers the ball. Good play there by Lawrence to break up the momentum. Steinert's going to recover the ball and now send it towards our camera, in fact. Ball's going to roll over the end line. I believe they're saying that was last touch by Lawrence. That should bring up another corner kick for Steinert. Once again, we see Nelson Guerrera heading over to the near corner to do the corner kick. Players will set up in front of the goal. Now we've got one of the Steinert players rushing over to try and do a short kick. Precio saw that coming and went after him. Header goes past the goal, and that's going to be a goal kick for Lawrence. Rodeville with the kick. He'll send that one well forward. Header by Steinert. Then to Lawrence, and Lawrence comes up with it. Lawrence boots it towards the Steinert goal. No one there. That was going to bounce over the end line off of Lawrence. It'll be a goal kick for Steinert. Meltzer setting up for the kick. Now here's the kick from Meltzer. He boots it out quite a ways. It's going to be played inside by Lawrence. Now Meisel on a breakaway, and Meltzer slides in there and takes it away. Good play by Meltzer to stop what could have been a goal for Lawrence. Now Meltzer kicks it out. Header by Lawrence. Lawrence will cross the ball. Cuervas plays it forward. Now it's dropped back. Cuervas again with the ball, but he's outnumbered, and Steinert will take it away. Steinert's going to send it up the middle, and we'll hold up play for a moment.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Meltzer will set up for the free kick. Now here's the kick from Meltzer. He sends that one well into Cardinal territory. Lawrence will send it over towards the sideline. Corvus sends it inside. That pass goes right to Steinert. And now Steinert trying to move forward. They'll play it back for a moment. Now inside and forward. Steinert with a cross. Shot on goal. And that's going to be just a little high. That'll bring up another goal kick for Lawrence. Chase Rodeville will set up for the goal kick. There's the kick. That one's going to bounce right past everyone. Steinert retrieves it. Lawrence boots it way down the field. It's going to be headed out of bounds by Steinert for a Lawrence throw-in. Purvis with the throw-in over to Meisel. And I think Meisel might have been just ahead of the defense for an offsides call. No, they're actually carding Meisel. So it's a penalty against Lawrence. And it'll be a free kick for Steinert. Steinert plays it in towards Meltzer. Meltzer boots it out. And they'll try again. And Rodeville will come out of the goal and grab that one. Here's a kick by Rodeville. Header by Steinert. Headed the other way by Lawrence. Steinert pops it up in the air. Now they'll play it over towards the near sideline. Steinert will drop it back. And that one got away from them. It'll be a throw-in for Lawrence. Sargent plays it over towards the other side of the field. Header by Steinert. Aparicio sends it forward. And Meltzer toying with it. He'll finally pick it up and kick it back out. Header by Lawrence, back by Steinert. Steinert settles the ball. Lawrence trying to take it away. They'll do so. Lawrence over toward the near sideline. Cross in towards the goal. And that one's an easy one for Meltzer. Meltzer boots the ball back towards the other side of the field. Up in the air it goes. And Lawrence is going to send it back in towards the goal. Kicked out by Steinert. Lawrence recovers the ball. Shot on goal. And Meltzer's going to grab that one. Meltzer setting up for the kick. Now here's the kick by Meltzer. Lawrence pops it up in the air. And now shoots it over toward the near corner. That one does not get through. Lawrence will recover and play it over towards the far side of the field. Little over 2 minutes left in the game. Lawrence needs to get a goal in if they want to stay in this game. Meltzer's going to come out and grab that one. Here's the kick by Meltzer. Steinert will play it over towards the near side, back in towards the middle of the field, back out again, and drop it back. Now forward. And now down the sideline, here comes Steinert. That was going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence throw-in. Lawrence with the throw-in. Manages to get the kickoff. Revis sends it over towards the center of the field. Now Adamski going in looking at the goal, and he'll be taken down. Majcut running up to take the penalty kick. It'll be a free kick for Lawrence, but close enough to the goal is a chance to score. Referee is going to step it out and see how far back that wall really needs to be. A little discussion. Looks like Aparicio wants to get in on the action. There's the kick from Majgut and off the post, off the crossbar. They'll set up and do it again. Majgut with the kick. And that one is stopped by Meltzer. Meltzer kicks it out. Lawrence will send it the other direction. Returned by Steinert. And there's the buzzer for the end of the game, as the Steinert Spartans are victorious over the Lawrence Cardinals with a score of 1-0. Thank you to Max Fogdahl for working camera for this event, and thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.